12th grade. Subject: Geography. Chapter 2: Human Resources, Population and its Change Shift. Part 4: Answer the following questions in about 20 lines. Question A. What are the factors affecting the distribution of population? Answer: The factors affecting population distribution are as follows. 1. Climate. People do not like to live in extremely hot and extremely cold areas, therefore the population in these areas is very low or negligible. On the other hand, people prefer to live in areas with a favorable climate. The population is higher in such regions. 2. Topography. People prefer settling in fertile and flat or gently sloping areas. The population count is low in areas with infertile soils, deserts, and mountainous regions. 3. Water facility. Drinkable water is the primary necessity of human life. Places where the water is salty or undrinkable are not suitable for human settlement. 4. Minerals and natural resources. Minerals and natural resources play an important role in the development of a region. Human development is directly tied to them. Therefore, areas rich in minerals and natural resources have a larger population. 5. Means of transport and communication. Transportation and communication facilities are highly crucial for human mobility and economic activities. Areas well developed in terms of transport and communication are preferred zones for human settlement. 6. Energy facility. In modern times, electrical energy has become a crucial need. Areas where electricity is cheap and consistently available become centers of attraction for human settlement. People avoid living in areas lacking energy development. 7. Social factors. Social factors significantly influence population distribution. Compared to illiterate societies and areas bound by obsolete customs, people prefer to live in regions populated by educated individuals. 8. Political factors. Political factors have a profound impact on the population. If a region's government fails to meet people's expectations, or if government policies target a specific religion or community, people avoid living in such areas. 9. Historical factors. Sometimes people prefer to live in places where their ancestors resided. People prioritize living in historical places of religious significance. For example, people of the Sikh community like to live in Sri Amritsar Sahib in Punjab. Mecca is a preferred area for the Muslim community. 10. Economic factors. Economically developed areas offer better employment prospects and easier trade and commerce, attracting a larger population. Cities like Ludhiana, Delhi, and Bengaluru are densely populated because they offer abundant employment opportunities. Conclusion. It is evident that economic, religious, social, historical, political, and cultural factors play a vital role in influencing population distribution. Question B. What are the problems that the residents of Class 1 cities face more than the residents of Class 6 cities? Answer. Cities with a population of 1 lakh or more are called Class 1 cities. Conversely, cities with a population of 5,000 or less are termed Class 6 cities. It is obvious that due to a smaller population in small cities, residents face fewer problems compared to large cities, while people living in overpopulated cities face significantly more problems. Compared to Class 6 cities, residents of Class 1 cities encounter the following issues. 1. Shortage of houses. Due to the large population in big cities, housing is not adequately available for everyone according to their needs. 2. Land problem. Because of high populations in major cities, there is a shortage of land for building houses. 3. Emergence of slums. The shortage of land and housing causes an increase in the population of slum dwellers on the outskirts of cities, giving birth to slums. 4. Lack of means of transportation. The high population in such cities leads to a shortage of transport facilities. As a result, extreme crowding is seen in buses, trains, etc. 5. Problem of drinking water. There is a scarcity of clean and potable water in these cities. 6. Problem of pollution. In highly populated cities, pollution has become a massive challenge. Traffic congestion and improper garbage disposal exacerbate the pollution issue. 7. Increase in the crime rate. In crowded cities, it is difficult for the police administration to maintain strict vigilance, resulting in a higher crime rate. 8. Overcrowding and traffic problems. Big cities experience heavy crowding in public places. The increasing crowd on the roads makes it difficult to manage traffic smoothly. Conclusion. Thus, we observe that residents of Class 1 cities have to face more problems than those in Class 6 cities. In large industrial cities, people are also forced to endure a polluted environment. Question C. What are the causes of population migration? Answer: push and pull factors play a critical role in population migration. Push factors force people to leave their current area and move to an external location. Pull factors attract people from outside areas to come and settle in a new region. The factors for population migration can be mainly divided into three categories. 1. Economic factors. Among the migration factors, economic ones are considered the most significant. The general economic conditions of an area, a good industrial environment, availability of cultivable land, size of land holdings, availability and future of employment opportunities, and the development of transportation and communication are some primary economic factors. 2. Social factors. Social factors contribute even more to migration than economic factors. Examples include women changing residence post-marriage, moving from one place to another for proper education, migrating due to personal and national reasons, relocating for personal freedom or due to government policies, and fleeing an area due to war or an atmosphere of fear. 3. Religious factors. Some individuals belonging to a specific religion move to their preferred religious region. This process falls under religious factors. 4. Demographic factors. Factors such as age, regional demographic disparities, and boundary-based relocations, for example, intrastate migration, interstate migration, and international migration, fall under demographic factors. Conclusion: population migration is a continuous flow. People move from one place to another for employment. The migration process is not confined within just one state, region, or country. Rather, it is a universal phenomenon occurring at a global scale. Question D. Discuss the different stages of the demographic transition theory. Answer: the demographic transition theory is the theory of natural population growth resulting from the mutual difference between the birth rate and the death rate. This theory was first introduced in 1929 by the American demographer W.S. Thomson and later by Frank Notstein in 1945. An increase in the birth rate due to developmental growth, a decline in the death rate, the population shift from the agricultural sector to the industrial sector, and migration from rural to urban areas are the primary themes of this theory. This theory can be discussed in three stages. First stage. In this stage, the birth rate is more than 35 per 1,000 and the death rate is almost equal to it. Population growth is very slow. This stage occurs in an agrarian society. Family sizes are large. People are illiterate, lack technology, and have limited knowledge. Urban development is also minimal. Around 200 years ago, most countries in the world were passing through this stage. Second stage. In this stage, the birth rate is over 30 per 1,000, while the death rate drops to around 15 per 1,000. Due to improved health and food facilities, there is a massive decline in the death rate. Population growth is extremely high. Because of the falling death rate and high birth rate, this phase is known as the population explosion. Most countries in the world are currently passing through this stage. Third stage. In this stage, both the birth rate and death rate drop significantly. Population growth becomes very low or stabilizes entirely. The literacy rate is quite high. Society is technologically advanced and families are small. The society transitions completely into an industrial and urban one. Currently, countries like Russia, Japan, the USA, Canada, Greenland, Australia, New Zealand, and China have reached this stage. Conclusion. Thus, we see that the demographic theory is based on facts like rising birth rates, declining death rates, the transition of the population from agriculture to industry, and rural to urban migration. Question E. What is the literacy rate? How good is the condition of our states in this aspect? Answer. The ability to read, write, and understand any language is known as literacy. A person aged 7 years or above who can read, write, and understand in any language is considered literate. Therefore, the literacy rate is the percentage of the population aged 7 years and above at a specific time who can read, write, and understand a language. The formula to calculate the literacy rate is as follows. Literacy rate equals number of literate people into 100 times, divided by total population, 7 years and above. Status of Indian states regarding literacy. According to the 2011 census, India's total literacy rate was 74.04%. Within this, the male literacy rate was 80.9% and the female literacy rate was 64.6%. Similarly, if we look at the literacy status of Indian states, Kerala leads all states with the literacy rate of 93.94%. Meanwhile, the literacy rate of Mizoram state is 92.28%. Goa stands at 87.40%. Bihar has the lowest literacy rate in the country at 61.80%. Among the Union territories, the literacy rate of Lakshadweep is 92.28% and Daman and Diu is 87.07%. Dadra and Nagar Haveli's literacy rate is 76.28%. Looking at Punjab, according to 2011 statistics, its total literacy rate is 76.68%, out of which the male literacy rate is 80.4% and the female literacy rate is 70.7%. Conclusion: overall, the literacy rate in India is improving, but regional and gender disparities still exist.